It's a time of the year when we're kind of anxious sometimes about all kinds of things, but layoff anxiety can come towards the end of the year. Our mental health expert, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, is here to explain what that means. You know what? A lot of people feel that because a lot of companies right now are going through some tough times and we all know it. So it's like, how in the world can I approach the end of this year and a new year thinking about this might be it?
Exactly. Like right now, we know layoffs generally happen either before the holidays or they're going to happen after the holidays, right? So people right now are not really fully relaxed. They're more like, is this potentially going to come? And in certain sectors, right? So we know tech overhired during the pandemic, and so we've seen big layoffs during tech, but also healthcare and in media and in other industries. So I think that, you know, having that anxiety, which means you're maybe laying in bed at night, you're not sleeping well, you're feeling it physically, you're ruminating, you're thinking about it all the time, that can be happening. But there's things that I think people can do that really are effective.
I was going to ask you, like, what are some of the things? Because when I think of anxiety, I think of a lot of people, fear comes from the unknown, which in many cases with layoffs, that may be something you're not sure is or isn't going to happen. But the known can be scary too. So how do you cope? How do you, at least in a broad sense, how might you cope?
Yeah, and I think you can do different things that kind of tackle the known and the unknown. I mean, if you know there are rounds of layoffs coming on, that's a really good time to say, I'm going to update my LinkedIn profile. I'm going to get back out there and start socializing and networking with people that maybe you've been quiet, you haven't been doing so many breakfasts and lunch meetings. That goes a very long way. I can't emphasize that enough. And it's really encouraging too. You have a lunch with somebody and you're talking, how's it going for you? You leave usually feeling a lot calmer. So updating those kind of things and also taking some advanced training. So maybe there's a certificate or some sort of skill you've been wanting to add to your resume and to your profile and you just haven't done it. This might be a good time to do it. So you look and you really are more competitive. If that should happen to you, you're prepared. And I think that's the best thing you can do. You can control the things that you can control and you have to let go of the rest. Whether you're going to be laid off or not, if you don't know, at least start preparing yourself if you think there's a more than 1% chance. We're saying this year in 2024, 1% of the labor force was laid off month by month. So that's a relatively significant number.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't control it. That's the hard part. That's what keeps you up at night. Also, what do you do? Because, I mean, a lot of people are spending money right now. Yes. And how do you kind of get to family and friends and say, listen, I'm kind of in limbo here financially. What do you do?
Yeah, I think it's always a good reminder that the holidays are often stressful, usually sort of number one because of family, but number two because of finances. And so it's really a good time to say, I don't need to overspend. The holidays can still be special. The kids can still feel the magic. They can still get things, but you don't have to get everything. Don't stretch yourself outside of your budget. And this is a good time. If you've got layoff anxiety, do not do it. People do actually tend to overspend when they're stressed. We can overeat, we can overspend.
You do everything. You overeat, you overdrink, you do everything.
You do everything in excess. Just don't make finances one of those things. Save yourself that stress.
Can you talk with your employer about this? And can your employer make it easier for people in the workplace of different places?
Yeah, I would say right now, if you're an employer and you're listening to this, there are things around transparency. That doesn't mean you have to tell maybe everything, but if you really do know some things, you might want to think about, if I don't tell the people that work for us some of these things, we're going to see it. We're going to see more sickness. We're going to see more mental health issues. We're going to see people calling out more and rumors start going. And there's nothing worse.
That's the worst.
That is the worst. So if you are sort of weighing the pros and the cons of how much do I want to be transparent, just remember there's a price to pay for not sharing that. So I think they can share updates with the company like, hey, we've been hearing these rumblings and here's what we can share with you. This is what we know. And I think that's a balance, but I do think communicating, a lot of things come back down to communicating. Positively and honestly communicate what you're comfortable. Please do that if you're an employee because it really, really is helpful and it helps calm things down amongst the employees.
Yeah, any help in a bad situation like that would certainly be useful to all. Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, always good to visit with you. Thanks.
Thank you.